Hi, Teacher Rachel here, but not for my students today. Recently, one of my friends told me, I got into VIP Kid, but I'm not getting booked. How'd you do it? Well, truthfully, it took me a while. I did what they said. I put up a nice picture. I wrote the blurb they said, and I got sick as soon as I signed the contract. And so I didn't open any classes. So when they handed the names to the learning partners, I didn't have any slots open. But some things I learned along the way. Number one, when you go into the teaching portal, there's a library section. It's no longer called the library. On the app, it's listed as Discover. See right here? I'm not real sure what it is on the desktop laptop app. Just kind of click over, look for library, and take workshops. There's a specific set for brand new teachers, and the learning partners are going to be watching to see who is taking the classes and learning to be a teacher that they need. There's a lot of things to learn. You didn't learn it in your introductory phase. Things like, how do you pace? There's 25 minutes. And a lot of the teachers end up going 35, 40 minutes when they first start. This is because you just haven't learned to pace. They end up teaching too much or not enough. Bookings. And this is Sunday morning. They don't even open it up to all the teachers until Sunday night. For my time zone, about 11 p.m. But my students from this week are already booking 2 weeks from now. So anyway, go to the library, find the workshops, and sign up for every single one of the ones for brand new teachers. You'll get right out of the barrel, you'll be getting tokens, and you will be able to be noticed by the learning partners. The second thing you need to do is get a good picture. My first picture, I looked very nice, but the parents are not looking for very nice. They're looking for, can you hold their students? They're very tired child's attention. These kids have been all day. They are going to just be ready for bedtime, ready for supper. They don't want to sit still. You will get ones that are. So what I did was made a fun background. Not this one. I got some scrapbooking paper and I covered my whiteboard with it. And of course I had my blue board over here with my alphabet. And I put some stars, some fun things on there. And I wore my orange shirt. Not very many teachers were wearing orange when I first started in their formal pictures. I took my picture right here with my camera and I began to get noticed. I had to change it 4 or 5 times. Big smile, and I did get noticed. Second of all, oh, but you might try black. Some of the teachers are switching to black. They say it's really outstanding. And you can try that. Number 2, your little profile blurb. Try to find something a little more interesting than, "Hi, my name is." Mine starts out, "What kind of teacher do you want for your child?" As they're skimming through, wait, what did that one say? They stop and look. Third thing, when you get a class and you teach the student, send them a card. That's why you need the tokens. There are some free ones, but if you really like the student, send them one that costs 5 tokens. Always be on time, always be on time, always be on time. In fact, if you're just starting out, open 30 seconds early. It gives you time to say, "Hi, how are you?" You get 30 extra seconds of class. If you have tech problems and you do not have a class after, be willing to stay. Because the parents then start to notice this teacher will go the extra mile with my student. I would not recommend going a long time after unless you just have a student that you're enjoying talking to. These lessons are designed to build on top of each other. That is something I didn't realize as a brand new teacher. So I thought I had to teach all of this material in its entirety and that they had brand new material in the next lesson. Number 1 and the first one, number 1 and number 7 are always going to be introductions. There's going to be a lot of reading, a lot of vocabulary. But they're going to see these exact same words and the exact same vocabulary in lessons 2, 3, 4, in lessons 8, 9, 10. Okay? Math is going to show up in lessons, in 2 of the lessons of each group. I believe it's the evens, but not 6 and 12. So 2, 4, 8, 10. They know math. Most of them are pretty good at math. What they don't know is plus, minus, in addition to. They don't know these English words. You're teaching them English, not math, not social studies. You're teaching them English. Most of them know this stuff. So if you just close your mouth and let them draw, they're going to get the right answers. You also want them to talk. So this information will be spread out over 4 lessons. And then lesson 5 and lesson 11 are reviews of everything they have learned. 11 covers 1 through 10 and lesson 5, 1 through 4. They have an assessment test on 6 and 12. Projects are due on lesson 12. If you have that in mind, you don't panic when you're trying to go through the class and the kid looks at you like, "I've never seen this material before." You're on lesson 5. You have. If you did your homework, you've seen every single one of these slides. If you've been to the last 4 classes, you've seen every single one of these slides. You've read the story. If you know that, you look at the kid and go, "Come on." And most of the time they'll then just start reading and you're going to go like, whoa, this kid can talk. This kid can read. This kid's pretty smart. You will have the ones that got pushed ahead of where they needed to. They think they need to challenge the child when they take the trials, and so they put them in material that's challenging. They don't need to be challenged. They need to talk. So, if you're taking trials, back them up a little bit and let them be one level below where you think they ought to be. And this way, they have a better chance of success and enjoying the classes. So they can actually talk. So, okay, how do you get booked? That keeps you from panicking, and you do a much better job then of teaching. If you look relaxed and the parent sees you're relaxed and enjoying the class and the child's enjoying the class, they're more likely to rebook you. You send them a card. I've taught like 300 students. I have 30 regulars. That's 10%, which means I don't get them all. I think most teachers have about 30%. If you're cute, I'm not. If you're cute, you might have like 200 followers and nobody books you at all. I have 44 followers and my schedule stays saturated, and the parents are saying, open more slots. And so I did, and so now instead of teaching 45 to 50 classes a month, I'm teaching closer to 180 a month. There are times a student comes in, deletes all of their cancels every class, and comes back 3 weeks later. It is what it is. Some other ways to get booked is to send in a ticket. You send it in, they're going to say, open the PPT slots, short notice them, and you know what? It works. Take workshops. It works. When you write your feedback, fill in everything. Comment on the favorite part you liked about the slide. This part didn't make sense. Tell the learning partner, you're doing a great job. I enjoyed this student very much. I'd love to see him again. Oh, names. Figure out how to say the kid's name and say it. Now, some other tips are make sure that you are not too pushy, too stern. I think a lot of the kids are turned off by that. They've been in a stern environment all day long. So you want to have fun. And I show the kids occasionally, I have a basket of props. I don't have everything. I have a rabbit, a shark, a fish, and I tried to pick bright colors because when you go through the color unit, they think this is awesome if you've got a blue fish. They love my green and yellow frog. He's a favorite. If you've got a kid that has always saying the wrong thing, they love this. Is this a snack? And they're like, no, it's the snake. I have pigs. This is the year of the pig. Pigs go over great. I have squishy balls. Red. Wait a minute. What's this? They love things like that. Food. You don't need a lot of food, but I would definitely have pizza and cake and an apple. You don't have to have all these stars. I got them off of Amazon, and I've discovered when I kept them laying on top of each other, they started demagnetizing. So now they're up on display all the time. Whiteboards, you never know when you're going to need it. And they're very forgiving of writing on various sides during their class. But the most important thing is have fun, because if you're not having fun, they're not having fun. To get booked though, make sure you have a good profile picture. Make sure that the blurb and your video are good. There's a lot of Teacher Michael, Teacher Jennifer, Teacher Nancy have some good tips on videos, blurbs, especially Teacher Michael. You can find that on YouTube. There are workshops to teach you how to make good profile pictures, how to make good blurbs, and how to make good videos. Take the workshops. They make the lists, and it seems like they say they're not doing this, but what it seems like is you take the workshops, they send the list down through the LPs. These are the people taking the workshops, and the LPs will start to send you students. It's your job to keep them. 再见，拜拜。